Still playing even for the day after the par. Rounding out the front nine here at Bay Hill, 474-yard par 4. Frank, you've played this hole before. Where are you lining up when you step onto the tee here?
There's an out of bounds all the way down the left side that you have to be cognizant of. But that bunker, 290 yards carries it. And yet again, another hole that favors the long hitter.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Pure strike, good result.
Right, and that is close.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Moves into the top 10 with that birdie. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second nine.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him. Chance for back-to-back.
Wow, I thought that was in. Just a little tap in here. Good stroke right there. That's a par and stays at 1 under. Now to the par 4 11th, just a shade under 440 yards. Where are the difficulties here, Frank?
The water down the left, but the hole keeps going that way, almost in a semi-horseshoe fashion. 2 bunkers down the right. They always catch the stray tee shot, but once again, you don't have to hit driver here. You've got to get that ball in play.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just 5 feet left. It's a nice birdie right there.
Could not have come at a better time. 3rd place now.
Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's second-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. We're at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida, site of one of the PGA Tour's premier stops, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Always attracting a great field, and through the years, it has been the scene of just some championship play from one guy in particular.
Tiger Woods has won there an incredible 8 times. This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Frank, the tournament scoring record was set by Buddy Allen. That was way back in 1973. A whopping 23 under. That's like a video game score.
Yeah, they made sure that would never happen again. They lengthened the golf course. They firmed up the greens. They sped them up. They did everything to make sure that nobody, including you, ever shoots 23 under here again.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Got it for par. Teeing it up here on the 12th, 574-yard par 5, Frank.
Another one that's reachable, obviously long and straight. That rough down the right side, though, is normally very thick. Avoid the 2 bunkers, lots of contours and undulations around this green.
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Not in the fairway, but not too bad, just in that first cut. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Not an easy one, 20 feet away. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. That's a good birdie right there. And to 4 under par for the championship. Frank, this is an interesting hole. It's a par 4 13th, and it isn't necessarily a driver off the tee. What are the options?
Yeah, you break it down. 250 off the tee leaves 120. There's nothing wrong with playing the hole that way. You get a little over ambitious here and run out of fairway. That second shot over water. Whoa.
Good contact, good result. Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. That's an important birdie right there, into the top 5 on this leaderboard.
Well, there's so much at stake this week, Rich.
Frank, as we come to the 14th of par 3, what's ahead for the players?
Once again, another tough par 3 coming up. Narrow at the front. It gets a little wider the further you go up this green.
This one's looking good. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Par yesterday, now for birdie.
How did that not go in?
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Doesn't dig into the lead with that par, but Frank, sometimes, and you know this as well as anyone, you just have to kind of maintain your footing out there. 2 rounds in the books, Frank, and a good spot from which to make a move.
Yeah, well positioned. Really, if you're leading, it's a different pressure. Being in the chaser pack there, playing well, what a great position to go into with 2 rounds to go.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live 3rd-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Frank, the par 4 13th, relatively short, but not necessarily easy.
Yeah, stringent tee shot. A lot of people are tempted to take a bigger club off the tee. 300 yards runs out of the fairway, but really, what does that give you in?
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, pretty special for tour pros to get an invitation from Arnold Palmer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one thing to meet him. It's another to shake his hand, to be invited by him. It's as good as it gets.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Oh yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Frank, one of the things I like about Bay Hill is it requires you to hit clean, strong golf shots, and here's another case at the par 3 14th. It's more than 200 yards.
Another one, really, you've just got to play it through the air. You can't play this like an Open Championship run-up par 3. You must fly it onto the green.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3. That might go unnoticed, Rich, but that birdie just sneak inside the top 15.
We're here at the 15th now, and a big dog.